Okay, hello everybody. We're still on page 12, finishing that final panel. You can see I've done a bit more of the details here. I don't have Corbeau himself drawn. So let's go ahead and do that. If nothing else. The other thing that's missing on this page is dialogue. And I normally put dialogue in during the rough stage. For some reason, I forgot to do that this time. That's okay. I think I can still fit it all in. Or set it up to where it's okay. Alright, there's Corbeau and his iconic mustache. Here he is. Wow, these perspective lines are too heavyweight. And we don't have to put too much details. You know, the fact that we're digital, we can do this sort of infinite zoom thing, and we can put in all kinds of details. But it's not a good idea. Because once you get it to print size, character's going to be pretty small. Now we can sort of draw attention to him and put it on layer 6 for a second and just go, you know, we can do that. The most obvious way to draw attention to him, of course, is the speech balloon. That one will not fail. So that might be what we do. The other way we can do it, and actually I am kind of thinking of doing it this way. Let's go ahead and do the experiment. Is contrast. So in other words, we surround him with black ink. I'm gonna make his other boot. Maybe we put in a little white outline on him. But the area with the most contrast is the first area you look, even if there's other stuff to look at. So that seems like a good idea as well. There's a good chance I made him a little bit too small. A little bit too small. I was watching Comic Ken, who I quite like. He was talking about, you know, how he got started with manga and what he hopes to accomplish, and he says it's emotional connection. He doesn't want to be just the artist. Which I agree with. Just the artist, or just the writer for someone else's story. He hopes to tell his own story. And I think that's pretty universal, I think, with the indie comics artists. or almost universal. You can always tell the people that are, like, their real dream is to draw, like, Spider-Man or something. Which is a completely degraded character at this point, and you would never have control over it, you would never own it, you would never own your own work. You know? And if the example of Gary Friedrich is any indication, Gary Friedrich being one of the real creators of Ghost Rider, you might even be punished for it later on in life. You might, you know, Dave Cockrum pretty much died in poverty. Gary Friedrich died in poverty. I don't think anybody was really looking out for those guys. So, it's definitely not done. Let's take a look. So the idea that it's a career for anybody is, I think, a bit of a ridiculous notion. Among other things, there's no real industry for it. You know, in the days of, let's say, Dave Sim doing Cerebus the Aardvark, there was a thriving sort of indie comic scene at the time with its own publications, and it was cool to be indie back then. I don't think that's what they have now, and I know that there's other options. Right now I have self-publishing is a lot easier. Amazon KDP, we have crowdfunding, one of the hugest things you can do. But those are also a little bit unrealistic unless you're connected in some way. And when you look at the sort of top performers on those are established guys. Those are guys that have been doing it for a while, and they're established from a time when there was an industry, and there really is not one anymore, although nobody seems to want to acknowledge it. We're getting real close. All right. I think Corbeau would say aura. Make it a 9. 9 bold. Shall I say Corbeau? Get to the air sub. Reduce it also to 9, but also regular, except for make this one bold. The word alive will be bold. What if we start it here? Just go like straight down. He's got to have lines as well. And there's obviously more texturing and shading that we could be doing here. He's going to be saying Hey Legion, saying redirect all of the war robots to my location. The Titan is here, okay. Actually, let's take that part out. We could even do a caption. I avoid these usually. Chaos erupts. In Submarine Bay. There we go. And now we have our flow lines. So everything's moving out pretty good. Today is Friday. I've turned in the 5 pages I did. Oh, wait. And this one also. But I still have to do, I was thinking about what I'm missing right now. I think I still owe about 5 pages, and then I've also got this one right here. So I'm gonna start that one. That's gonna be a cover, and I can get started on Lila, which I'm on page 2 of that. Gotta maintain some kind of semblance of order, knowing where I am. Where am I? How about layer 6? So I think what we're going to do is we're not going to do every single brick. We'll just do a few bricks. And just a couple of patches like that should be enough to detail things out. Alright, so let's go ahead and this is meant to be bubbles, by the way. Let's give it a go. Anyways, thinking about Comic Can's statement there. I have been living in the assumption that what I'm really doing right now, and it's true, is learning. I'm in a learning mode. So I don't hold anything against myself. If it isn't perfect, it's fine. It's a learning experience. And I think that soon I should be able to transition onto getting a little bit more serious. Bubbles. Great example of balancing a curve without the benefit of a French curve. A little bit hard to do on an iPad, to hold the thing down there. It doesn't really work. I've tried it. So you have some built-in curves, right? You have built-in arcs. You just hold it down and it'll try and smooth out the arc. But that also takes some skill to use. All right. I'm gonna have to include some kind of explanation about why his weapons aren't working. He doesn't have the right type of weapon. So the other gorilla before had a disruptor, which knocked her out. Right now they don't have anything like that. Okay. We're gonna do some more texturing, especially on these walls and then on this back wall. We don't have to go too far. Maybe we'll throw some drop shadows too. We might even give those drop shadows their own layer. Where are we at? 19, 20 minutes? We could do a couple of... Let's do some drop shadows. Here we go. Let's say that she's the light. So the drop shadows behind both of these characters. Oh, I need to get Rusty Nib on. Same for this character. Oh, pretty good, actually, all things considered. Still want to do that right there. Attention. Hey, everybody, look over here. All right. We might even do some floor tiles. We might even do some dots and flecks to show that this is concrete. Oops. And we can kind of do a similar thing here. We got to be real careful. We might even show all this stuff back here in shadow. We don't want to compete too much with that area right there, so. Okay, hang on. I'll keep going. That is not too bad, actually, all things considered. There's more we could do. We don't have to do. I'm hating the line weight on this line. The line's right. The line weight is wrong. So maybe we turn that line to a thinner line. Oops, that one's too far away. Making some brickwork. We could even if you remember the map from before. And the control panel should sort of imply that he's got some kind of radio communication going on somehow. That is an incorrect line. All right, let's just go ahead and I think we've generated the environment at this point. Okay, tomorrow, Saturday, we'll be working on maybe some finishing touches for this, but hopefully we'll just get right on to page 13 and get going to the next page. There's no sense in waiting forever just to get a page perfect. At least at this point in your system. The reason is I don't think anybody will ever read this except for me, because I'm still learning. So let's get on to the next thing. That said, I like it. That's done pretty well. Alright. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And I will see you later.